A throwaway line in Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 12, Episode 4, Disgruntled, suggests that the theories about Larry David building towards a redo of the divisive Seinfeld finale could actually be true. Seinfeld's notorious ending saw Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer going to court, where all their enemies from the show's history arrived as character witnesses. The series' morbid final scene saw the four characters being sent to jail. With Larry's trial looming, Curb Your Enthusiasm seems to be setting up a similar ending. After bringing water to Auntie Ray in line at the polling station in Georgia, Larry was arrested and pleaded not guilty, setting up a complicated court case. From Mocha Joe to Mr. Takahashi, a lot of Larry's rivals have been coming out of the woodwork ahead of the trial. This seems to be leading to a redo of the controversial Seinfeld finale, and a line in Curb's latest episode has made that ending even more likely. Larry's therapist mentions the Seinfeld finale in Curb Your Enthusiasm Season 12, Episode 4. Rob Riggle and Annie Mumolo at a dinner table in Curb Your Enthusiasm 1. One of the subplots in Disgruntled sees Larry and Irma attending couples counseling. Their therapist, Dr. Melanie Steinbach, is the wife of a former Seinfeld writer, Hobie Turner. Larry is initially perturbed by the fact that he knows his couples counselor, but she assures him that doctor-patient confidentiality prevents her from relaying anything he says in therapy to her husband. However, when Larry and Irma go for lunch with Melanie and Hobie, Larry is shocked to learn that she's flagrantly broken that confidentiality. During their lunch, Hobie mentions that he wrote for Seinfeld in its last 4 seasons, 2 when Larry was still working on the show and 2 after he left. Melanie mentions that after leaving the show between seasons 7 and 8, Larry came back to write the series finale. Larry seems reluctant to discuss the finale, but confirms that he did come back to write it. This blatant reference to the Seinfeld finale seems to make a redo of that ending all the more likely to happen on Curb. What Curb's Seinfeld callback could mean for the series finale redo. Jerry, George, Elaine, and Kramer await their verdict in the Seinfeld finale. The fact that Curb Your Enthusiasm is directly referencing the Seinfeld finale seems to suggest that this potential redo could be even more self-aware than it seemed. There's already an inherent meta element in Larry David ending this hit comedy series the same way he ended his last hit comedy series. But maybe the self-awareness will go a step further and the Seinfeld finale will actually be brought up when Larry is in court. Of course, it's just as likely that it's one big misdirect and Curb Your Enthusiasm isn't redoing Seinfeld's ending at all.